is up? Django must be itchy. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. We're going to be getting after a little shoulder-heavy dynamic warm-up today, so it should be a good time. Morning, Stacy. So, good morning, everyone. Got your yoga mats ready. No implements today, just some good old-fashioned shoulder work. Yeah. And the mat before we get into the garage. So, hopefully you've got your team drink handy. Cheers, everyone. Hey, buddy. It's a cool sock. Were you in the laundry room? And we'll get started. I'll give everyone just a quick little minute to log in. If they're 5 a.m.-ish and they're joining us. And then we'll get rolling. Do we have the Holbach clan? Got Terry, Ryan, Rich, Greg. Maybe Amanda's sleeping. Is Amanda out there as well? What else we got here? Looks to be about right. Bam. Right, buddy. Marissa's here. She's ready to work out. Morning, Deb. You gonna say hi? She's crush in the morning. No turkey. Bomb. Hey, that was... I have not heard... Oh, she's adjusting the camera. I have not heard any better posts from anyone that week 2 is any better than week 1. Lots of flocked up turkeys and not much calling going on, so hey, we gave it a try. Alright, we're gonna get rolling. Or not, Django's just gonna lay down, take up my mat. We're gonna start with some arm circles. So standing, kneeling, however you want to get these done. Big circles from the shoulders. We're going to go 5 circles forward. Really focusing on moving from the shoulder blades. And reverse. Five rotations to the outside. And then we've got 5 curtsy lunge to each side, so that's where we're going to step back, lower ourselves down, and switch sides. Oh boy. Figure this out in here. Five to each side. And then we're going to be down in a squat hold. Gripping the floor with our feet. Trying to get as much range of motion from our ankles, our feet, our knees, our hips. If you need to hold on to something while you're in the bottom, feel free. And from there, we're going to scoot forward. We've got 5 fire hydrants each side with a pause, so you're going to lift up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down, rinse and repeat. 3, 2, 1. All 5 reps on that one side. Opening up the hips. Pointing the knee up and back. And switching sides. And from there we've got 5 thoracic rotations, reaching underneath, opening up to the ceiling.
Buddy, stuck.
Jingle, you stuck.
Hey, buddy.
Switching sides. He doesn't realize he can still walk around the kitchen island. So he just stands there and stares at it. Some things are just impossible, I guess. And then a little broken toe and saddle pose. Pulling the toes underneath, sending our hips back. Working on extension from all the toes, especially the big toe. Stretching out the bottom of the feet. Stretching out the toes, sitting back on our heels. Stretching out the ankles, quads, the hips. If you can go back further, go ahead. Buddy. Good boy. Ooh, that looked painful. Why'd you do that? Alright, then we're going to be coming out of there, shake out the legs.
I'm stuck.
Good one. We're in a high plank. We've got 5 knee drives to the outside. So driving to the out, hold, bring it back, switch sides, out to the side, hold, bring it back. 5 to each side. And then we'll be back on our feet for arm circles. Big circles, getting those shoulder blades to move on the rib cage. Forward and backward. Is your shoulder still cracking?
Only backwards.
So try to do a backward circle.
I can't when you're standing there.
Try to squeeze there. Try to squeeze it back there, not shrugging. And then rotations to the outside. That make a difference at all?
Yeah.
Good. So if your shoulders, can I use your shoulder? So she had a bit of, you gotta kneel down quick. She had a bit of, a bit of cracking going on in her shoulder while she was doing this. So you want to focus on squeezing down and back with the shoulder blade, down and back throughout the movement, not allowing your shoulder to lift, because what's going to happen there is we're going to compress the front of the shoulder, and you're going to get all kinds of popping and cracking through there, which is what was going on with her. Okay, you can go back to your spot. Thank you for your help. All right, then we've got our 5 curtsy lunges to each side. Wave at everybody quick. So stepping back, rinse and repeat both sides. Hopefully my second set goes better than my first set. First set's always pretty rough on those. What are you doing over here? And then into a squat hold. Gripping the floor, getting your press outs in, flexion extension. Whatever it is you're working on. Flexion extension from the ankles, from the spine, from the hips. And from there, we'll go down to hands and knees. We've got 5 fire hydrants to each side with a lift and a hold. Lift up, hold, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. And 5 thoracic rotations, reaching underneath, opening up to the ceiling. Trying to make sure that hand stays level with our shoulder. So we're getting a good pec stretch throughout. Then we've got broken toe, sending our hips back, toes are curled underneath, trying to work on extension at all the toes, gripping the floor, stretching at the bottom of the foot. And from there, saddle pose, sending our hips back onto our heels, stretching out the ankles and the quads, the hips. And back into that high plank. 5 knee drives to the outside with a hold. And back to circles. Really focusing on those shoulder blades. Moving them on the rib cage. Squeeze down and back. Lift up, rotate. Down and back, lift up, rotate. And then we'll reverse it on the way back. Squeezing down and back. Lift up, squeeze the shoulders down and back. Open up your chest. Rotations out to the side. And then back to the curtsy lunges. And into our squat hold. Could be pressing on both knees in this. Doing the squat hold one more time throughout today. Spending some time in this position. Can add in some rotations. Flexion, extension from the toes and the feet. From the spine. All those are up for grabs. And we'll come out of there, shake it out. 5 fire hydrants with a lift each side. Opening up those hips, holding, and bringing back down under control. thoracic rotations. Really reaching underneath as far as you can. Getting a good stretch. And then opening up the shoulders, keeping that hand level. And one more time through broken toe, saddle pose. Little toe pumps. Shaking out the toes. Saddle, leaning back into it. And rolling out of there into that high plank. Knee lift to the outside with a hold. Keeping those hips down. Bam. We got team drink action. Wendy, good morning. Bam. Thanks for popping on. Quick team drink. Hey, buddy. Whew. All right, moving right along. Performance. It's going to be a lot in the plank position and then supine. Yeah, it's going to be kind of shoulder midline intensive today. Hey, bud. All right, so everyone wrapped up their team drink, ready to rock and roll. Jason wiped the sweat off his brow. He's ready to go. All right. Hey, puff the butt out of the way. We're in our high plank. We've got 5 shoulder taps to start. Tap the opposite shoulder, reach forward, 5 each side. And we've got, hopefully everyone can still see me, 5 W's with a hold, 3, 2, 1. 5 of those. And then 5 prone swimmers, reaching up to the side, overhead, pull down. Same thing here, we're trying to pull the shoulder blades down and back. Don't shrug up. If you're doing this, the muscles alongside your neck are what's flaring up. Really focus on squeezing down and back with the shoulder blades. So 5 of each. Which one do you want to start with?
Doesn't matter.
You can do swimmers, all the W's. We're moving right along. Then you've either got, choices are bird dogs, elbow to knee, punch forward, kick back, 5 each side. Or if you want to kick up the hot sauce a little, we're going to do those from a high plank. Touch the hand and knee, reach forward, kick back. 5 each side. With a pause when you reach forward and when you kick back. Or 5 bird dogs. then we've got alternating extensions for the hips and the low back. Lift up, hold, and set your arm and leg back down. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift up, hold, bring it back down. Get that 3-second hold and set it back down. And we'll be back in our high plank for ankle taps, touching the opposite side, coming back, switching sides. Alternate for that would just be our rocking calf stretches, 5 each side. Otherwise, we're going from our high plank, tapping the ankle, coming back to that high plank, rinse and repeat. 5 each side. And then from there, we're going into a frog hold. Knees wide. Turn your feet up if you want, and then send your hips back. I like to double up the yoga mat under my knees. If you're on a hard floor, padding for the ankles, always a good choice as well. That's where the dog bed comes in handy. Sending our hips back, big deep breath. Nice little pause in here, active recovery. Spent a lot of time on the shoulders and the midline. Now we're just gonna let those parts of the body relax. So we bring a little opening down to the hips. And from there we'll scoot out of there. And we'll start all over again. Back into that high plank, 5 shoulder taps each side. Five W's, 5 prone swimmers. Those W's using that 3-second pause, making sure the hands go back before the elbows. Just a couple good counter moves for a lot of push-ups or burpees. Good work. All right, my turn to do prone swimmers. And then we're going into bird dogs or knee taps, your choice. Both with a hold once you kick back and reach forward. Trying to keep the hips level. Easier said than done. Oh boy. And we've got our alternating back extensions. Hey, buddy. Lift and a hold. Lift and a hold. Getting the hips and the lower back, a little love. Especially if you're doing a ton of sitting today. Working on that proper posture. Sending a little blood flow to those back muscles before we start our day. And back into that high plank. Ankle taps or rocking calf stretches. Whew. Then we've got frog pose. Gonna double up on the yoga mat, pad the knees. Knees wide, feet wide. You can turn your toes out if you want. Just make sure your knees aren't digging into anything. Pad them up nice, let those shoulders recover. Working on our breathing in the nose, out the nose. You can count. You can briefly hold that breath in and let it back out slowly. Working on our recovery, bringing that heart rate back down. And then we'll shift out of there. Unroll the mat, and we'll fire up our last set. Wipe a little sweat off. Whew.
Hot in here, man.
There's one in here. Here, buddy. Alright, back to our high plank. Hey, we're in our high planks. Shoulder tap, forward reach. And I've got W's and prone swimmers. And back to the knee taps or the bird dogs. Oh boy. Tickle on my nose. Alternating extensions with a hold. 5 each side. Not letting your feet turn out. Keep them pointed up and down. And into the rocking calf stretches or the toe taps. And then one last frog stretch. Pushing the hips back. Big deep breaths. We'll scoot out of there. Oh. If you're doing the replay or even the live video and you want to go through 1 or 2 more sets, feel free, but we're going to wrap it up on this side of morning mat time and go get ready for garage gains, right, buddy? That's your favorite time. So, thanks for joining us. Get outside. Sounds like it's going to be a beautiful morning. Get out there, enjoy it.
Gonna rain.
Rain's beautiful. Rain's enjoyable. Otherwise, it's going to rain this afternoon, so get out there right now. Unless you like walking in the rain. Walking in the rain is fine. Otherwise, see you in the garage. D1U app workout. You can hit that up. This would have been a modified version of your dynamic warm-up and performance. So I try to modify a lot of the jumping, the ballistic stuff, put in some isometric work instead, some range of motion. Get you going without all the jumping. So there's 2 variations each day. But thanks for joining us. Real quick, team clap for Troy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sending love, good vibes out to you and your family, Troy. But like I said, thank you all for joining us. Hopefully see you in the garage. Boom. Otherwise, enjoy your day.